Alrighty, ladies and gents. Welcome to the Odd Podcast. You got your boy B Ryan. Got Brandon in the cut. We got Steven in the cut. How y'all doing this morning? Now, how y'all feeling today? Saturday morning, how y'all feeling?
Loki, I gotta take a shit, but I'm feeling good though.
Hey,
I'm
coffee.
excited. I'm excited for the games today, bro. I'm really
I'm excited too. Quick recap off of yesterday. We didn't do great. It's all good though, man. You can't have great days every day. Sometimes you gotta take the lows with the highs. We've been on a roll, and yesterday we got the books beat us. They beat us up, dog. But in moments like these is when you gotta just keep going, stick to your guts, bounce back. And we're gonna bounce back today, dog. It's gonna be a good one. A lot of games today. From an entertainment purpose, it's gonna be exciting to watch if you're just a basketball fan. So we're very
I'm not
excited.
even worried about bouncing back, bro.
Exactly, dog. We're just worried about we. That's the thing. You can't put too much into it. Just gotta keep going. Trust your instinct. Trust your gut. Trust your knowledge. And yeah, man, let's make this fucking money, dog. Let's go. Let's go, dog.
All right, we're going right
Brandon,
into it. We're starting off. One of my favorite picks of the day. It's gonna be Grizzlies at Warriors -2.5. I mean, this one's just simple. Though. Warriors at home, coming off a win. They're starting to build some rhythm. I think Curry kind of found himself again last game. He's been struggling recently, but he went 8 for 8 from the 3-point line, just took off. And then Grizzlies are on a back-to-back with travel, coming off a tough, exhausting loss. They're banged up. No Morant, no Marcus Smart, no Santi Aldama. And even if they had those guys, I still like the Warriors here at home. I feel like every time the Warriors play the Grizzlies at home, they always win. I'm gonna be completely honest. So usually this matchup, go with the home team. That's usually how it works. And
And
then
revenge spot.
yeah, revenge spot. That was the main thing, bro. They
Big time revenge
fucking
spot. They
lost
got
by
smacked.
50. Yeah, they lost by 50, bro. Last time they played them. I think the Warriors are gonna come out here. They're gonna come out here and play like hard and execute and feel like they have something to prove. And I think they're gonna show up -2.5 though. Let's do it. On to the next one. We got a lot of games today.
so
All right, this one we got Hawks versus Clippers -6.5. Kind of the same thing. Hawks off of a back-to-back at Clippers. Clippers coming off a couple losses. They're back home. They're refreshed. Kawhi's coming back. They're fully healthy. And in terms of style of play, Clippers at home, bro, they turn it up defensively, and I think they're going to give the Hawks a lot of problems. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hawks probably sit a couple players as well. So Clippers -6.5, I think, is the play here. Like I said, at home, they turn it up defensively. They're getting Kawhi back. They do a good job of attacking your worst defender, and I think Trae Young is a very negative defender. So I think they're going to do a good job of putting pressure on Trae Young on defense. It's going to slow him down offensively. They're going to harass him. So I think the Clippers -6.5 is a good, is a pretty decent line to get them at here.
is this the start for the Clippers?
What?
I said, is this the start for the Clipper season to start taking off?
Bro, they've been playing good, bro. You always
I
shit
know,
on them,
but
bro.
taking off though, bro. Like, bro, they suck, bro. I'm sorry, dude. Without Kawhi, bro, they suck, bro. I don't give a
Nah,
fuck
they
what you
don't
say,
suck,
bro.
bro.
They're scrappy, I'll tell you that. I do without Kawhi, I preferred them more as an underdog, but now with Kawhi, I can see them covering this.
Yeah.
The only thing that scares me is that it might take some time to adjust. That's the thing that scares me. Usually when a player comes back, but I think it's gonna be more first home game in the new arena. I think they're just gonna be very amped for this game with Kawhi back. Sometimes it works out that way too. So and it's not
I
like
gotta
these
go to
guys
a
haven't
game
played
in that
together,
arena.
huh?
I gotta go to a game in that arena. It should
That
look
gonna be
nice.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And then next up we got the Wolves at Pistons. Pistons +6.5. Uh, I'm on the Timberwolves here, -6.5 though. I just think they came off a loss against the Celtics at home. I think they're going to look to bounce back on the road. Statistically, one thing I don't like about the Pistons, they do a very, very poor job at guarding the 3-point line. They're the worst 3-point defense. And the Timberwolves, if there is one thing offensively they can do pretty solid, is shoot the ball. And then without Jaden Ivey, I think the Timberwolves are just going to harass Cade Cunningham. They're very limited offensively now. I don't know. Something just about this one says Timberwolves -6.5.
Yeah.
Nah,
Might be a fucking blowout.
I agree with you. I know the Wolves have been on like they haven't been covering lately, but like I told you earlier, bro. Sometimes this betting stuff is like a stock, bro. When it goes down, you want to buy into a team, and when they're too high, you want to sell on a team. It always kind of works out that way.
Yeah. It's a good point.
Probably why we got our ass kicked yesterday. So Oh, I got my ass kicked.
All right, and then we got the Nuggets at Spurs. Spurs plus 2.5. This one's just simple, dog. Quick revenge spot. You got the Nuggets coming off a loss yesterday. They're going at San Antonio and playing them again. Nuggets, they just have that championship pedigree where I think they play for something to prove. So they play with something to prove. So I think they go to San Antonio after losing to them yesterday. I think they're gonna play with a chip on their shoulder. And now that it's kind of different, you know, when you're at home, you're the favorite, you're the hunted, not the hunter. It's a different expectation. But now that the Spurs won, everybody's high on them. Wemby took off. Everybody's dick riding the Spurs. Now the Nuggets, all right, they're gonna turn up, bro. They're gonna come after the Spurs, and I think when they're gonna cover, they're gonna win by 3 points or more.
I'm excited to see that game, bro. I think I am.
Another thing, take a player prop over on Jokic's points. I'm calling it right now, bro. Take the over on Jokic's points. 30 points. Go ahead.
I wonder if it's 30. It's probably like 34, bro.
You think so?
Hey, bro, he just went for 41 yesterday, bro.
I mean, I can see it. I think it's 30 points, so when I saw it this morning. 30 or 31, something like that. Either way,
I'll make sure right now, but yeah. Let's
All
go,
right.
Brian.
College hoops, big slate of games today. You know, struggled yesterday, but we're looking to bounce back. A lot of games that I put on the video today, so I'm gonna try to go through them relatively quicker than usual. But first game, we got Florida at Kentucky. Kentucky favored by 2.5. I know Florida's undefeated, but they have yet to play a road. They have yet to play a road game in over a month and a half, and that road game was against Florida State. Nowhere near the environment or opponent that Kentucky is. They're riding high, and I just think this is a bit of a letdown spot. Kentucky, you know, they're a double revenge spot. They lost to them twice last year. They're a really good offensive team, so they're going to be able to put up points against Florida. They're a good rebounding team, so they're going to be able to keep them off the offensive glass, which is Florida's strength. And then at home, crazy environment, rivalry game. I just think Kentucky edges them out here and wins this game by like 5-6 points. Florida, they're really good. Don't get me wrong, but at some point you got to lose, man. That's just the way it works in college basketball, and I think this is the perfect spot for them to lose.
That's what I was gonna bring up, Brian. That Florida State beat them twice last week, and they have two of the same players that were on that team, which is their best two players. Their two best players.
Who?
So that's why I
I know
don't
they
know.
have
That's
one
why.
guy. The other guy, I don't know. I know they have the point guard, but Kentucky's a very different team from last year. They have probably Lamont Butler, who's probably the best perimeter defender in the country. You can make an argument for that. So he came over from San Diego State. Now he's on Kentucky. I can see him blocking up Florida's point guard. Like, he's that good, bro.
Clayton, whatever his fucking name is.
Yeah, Clayton.
Yeah.
That's really the only guy that came back that was really good on their team last year.
Richard got better though this year, bro.
Yeah, Richards is nice, but to me, their second best player is Martin. But even then, Kentucky, like I said, they're a very different team from last year. Last year, they had two starting freshman guards who were undersized, didn't play no defense. This year, they're bigger, they're more experienced, they're tougher. I like them, bro. This is not the same John Calipari team, and I just think Kentucky's like they're due for a big win. You know, I feel like I don't know. They play good in the step up games. They beat Gonzaga. They beat Duke, and I think they give Florida their first loss of the season. So
Bro, tough environment.
I think they're a little more battle tested too, bro. I think they've played the tougher teams.
This is a rivalry game, bro.
In a game like this, that shit matters, bro. Game's gonna start soon in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's go.
It's gonna be a tough game, bro. Like I can see Florida winning. They're undefeated, you know, but I like Kentucky. So we got North Carolina at Notre Dame. I'm going with North Carolina in this one. Simple. North Carolina, yeah, their record sucks. They're coming off of a loss, but like I said before, it's a perfect time to buy on them against a team in Notre Dame that is missing their best player. They're already not a good team, especially on the offensive end. They can't shoot threes. They're not a great rebounding team. There's not really anything that this Notre Dame team can hang their hat on for me to be like, yeah, I can see them beating North Carolina. And then, like I said before, North Carolina, they're a team, they're a program in general that takes pride in the name. North Carolina is one of the best teams all time in college basketball, so I think they still have something to play for. You know, they want to make the tournament, and I think this is a nice spot for them to kind of get a good win here, a nice feel-good win, and probably win this game by double digits on the road.
Yeah,
Yo,
this is a good buy low spot, bro. Very good buy low spot. Everybody is fading North Carolina because they're coming off they've had some losses. Tough losses here, bro.
And close games to good teams. I mean, they lost to
Michigan
Michigan
Florida.
State. They lost to Florida by like a couple points. They should have won that game. They were up like 3-4 points with a minute to go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
but then
watching that
they're
game.
also down like 17 in that game.
Yeah, that's true. But that's the only issue. North Carolina, they get off to these slow starts. Kind of worries me on the road, but I think they're a team that's going to try to get that fixed. Hopefully, they do.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, they lost to
they
Michigan
almost beat
State. It was a
Louisville.
close game. They beat Dayton. They beat UCLA. Like this team is battle tested. You know, Notre Dame on the other hand, who have they played in their step up games? That I mean, they played Houston, but they lost.
Georgetown.
Their best win is Georgetown, and at that time, Georgetown was not playing like how they're playing now. Um,
They lost to Rutgers
they
at
lost to
home.
Rutgers. They lost their last game at Georgia Tech. You know, that's a bad Georgia Tech team. I just think this Notre Dame team is undermanned. They don't have enough ammo for me to be like, yeah, I can see them beating North Carolina. And North Carolina, their young players are playing better. Ian Jackson, watch out for that guy. I can see him having a big game today.
Yeah, I like North Carolina.
Ugh. All right, next on.
Next, Pete. All right, we got UCLA at Nebraska. Nebraska favored by 2. Now, I know this game is going to be – it's tough. It's tough because Nebraska's riding a 19-game home winning streak. But if there's one team that I think could go in there and ruin that winning streak is UCLA. They're extremely tough. Their defense, you know, they can hang their hat on their defense and win a game outright on defense. But one thing I think they do have that's underrated this year is a solid offense. Their big men are. I like their big man. I think his ability to shoot is going to be a key factor in this game because Nebraska's big man. He's a little bit goofy. He doesn't like to play on the perimeter. He likes to just kind of sink in the paint. And yeah, man, I just think this UCLA team. We've seen it already. They went at Oregon, beat them outright. They're tough. They're battle tested. I like their coach. I like the way they play defense. They play defense as a unit. They keep their man in front of them. And this Nebraska team, they're riding on a 19-game winning streak, but a lot of that came from last year. 19-game home winning streak. Sorry, a lot of that came from last year, and their team is a lot different this year. Their offense is nowhere near as good in my eyes. When I watch them play, they don't have the shooting, they don't have the ball movement, the man movement that they did last year. Their offense is a little bit more stagnant.
Hold on, real quick. I thought they lost against Michigan State at home.
No, it was
No, I was on the road.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I was on the road. But that does bring up my next point. UCLA plays a very similar style to Michigan State. Very scrappy defensive team. They move the ball on offense. They work the ball. So I could see something sort of similar happen here. It's going to be tougher because they're on the road. But I think UCLA, I'm going to be honest, take the 2, but I think they win this game outright.
I agree.
I'm not like I feel like this game like either UCLA. The reason why I like UCLA right here is because UCLA can either like blow them out, or
their defense could keep it close,
or they can either win by a game winner or lose by a game winner. So at that point, you take the +2. Yeah. I don't see Nebraska blowing UCLA out, bro. I just don't.
I mean, the UCLA team is tested too, man. They've beat Arizona. They've beat Gonzaga. They beat a lot of really good teams.
They beat Arizona too, pretty much on the road, bro.
Yeah.
The more we talk about this pick, I like it, bro.
Yeah, everybody, trust me. A lot of people are thinking like what Brian said, like, oh, Nebraska's on a 19-game home winning streak, blah 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 blah. But bro, this UCLA team, they're defensively they turn it up, bro. I don't think Nebraska will be able to put up too many points. Nebraska takes a lot of bad shots.
That's another thing too. Nebraska, they do turn over the ball. I think UCLA #1 in the country in forcing turnovers, so they could get a few extra possessions.
Then they average 9 fucking steals a game, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, their defense.
And then Kobe Johnson, right? That's him, Kobe Johnson.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the country. Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Be a good game. I'm excited. So there's a ton of good games today, man. I'm really excited. I hate that I have to go to work. I'm gonna be honest. I wish I could just be home chilling. So next game we got South Carolina at Mississippi State. Real simple. Mississippi State to me is just 9.5. But I'm taking Mississippi State. Real simple. They're just the better team. South Carolina to me, their roster in general is a little underwhelming. They lost a few players in the portal, and they didn't really make up for it. They didn't really get anybody back from the portal. And they're just on the road at Mississippi State, a really talented team. We saw Mississippi State outright, went to Memphis and blew them out. It's a really good Memphis team that we're talking about. And then South Carolina, on the other hand, I think they're getting a little overrated because they're on a little winning streak. But if you look at the 3 teams that they've played, all not even top 200 in the Ken Palm ratings. So bad mid-major schools. I'm not buying into it. And they just don't give me the type of team that could win on the road or keep it close on the road. They don't have that style of play. They can't really make tough shots like that. And Mississippi State will make it they'll make it tough to score on anybody, and they could put up points on anybody too. So this Mississippi State team is underrated in this conference. So I like Mississippi State minus 9.5.
I like Mississippi State
I've
also.
always liked fucking Mississippi State, bro.
At
Yeah,
home too.
they play really good defense, but the thing they have this year is like they could put up points, bro. They could put up points.
Damn, minus 9.5. Yeah, that's nice.
No, yeah, but I know it's just big numbers. They are a little scary, but I can see.
I see something. Yeah. All right.
South Carolina hasn't played a road game in a while, I
And they
believe.
beat Memphis too on the road, bro. This team is nice, bro.
Yeah. No, they're good. They're good, bro. So next pick we got Vanderbilt at LSU. LSU +2. I'm taking Vanderbilt money line / -2 just because LSU they did lose their best player a few games ago. He tore his ACL. He's out for the year. Reed, really good player. He was their only paint presence, and I just think since they haven't had him, they've been a little bit underwhelming. They haven't really had anybody step up in his spot, and I don't think they will have anybody step up in this spot. I think that's too big of a loss to overcome against a team like Vanderbilt, who is they're flying under the radar, man. They're a really good team. They're underrated. They could put up points quick. They play with a fast pace, and they have a lot of really good guards that could just light up the scoreboard. And defensively, they're scrappy. They stay in front of you. They don't have the biggest team. They're a little undersized. But like I said, LSU, they're not that big either. So I think Vanderbilt can win this game outright. I think they're the better offensive team. I don't think LSU is going to be able to put up enough points in this game. LSU, the only strong, like good player they have at this point is Cam Carter. But Vanderbilt, they have AJ Hogard, who's a transfer from Michigan State, really good defender. I can see him putting the clamps on him. So
First of all, I did not know he went there, but nice to know.
no, they have a lot. Their whole team is literally transfers, like from best players from other schools. They have a really good team, bro. They're underrated as shit.
Their
I'm gonna be
record is
honest.
really good.
Yeah, they're 12-1.
Yeah, I feel like they are
LSU has
gonna.
LSU has a good record too. So, but I don't know. I think Vanderbilt's the better team, and I just think on the road you could shoot the ball like they can. I think you're definitely better. You're better built equipped to win on the road. So
Alrighty.
a lot of games. I'm exhausted. All right, we got Oklahoma at Alabama. Alabama -12. Now I know what people are thinking. Oklahoma, they haven't lost a game. How the fuck are they underdogs by 12? That just goes to show you that Vegas thinks they're overrated. I think they're overrated, and I think this is their first road game in general. They have not played on the road yet, and there is no tougher. This is one of the toughest places to play in the country at Alabama. Damn, Brandon, bro,
The fuck is that, bro?
Brandon,
What?
put the volume down, bro.
I did, bro. I put it up.
That's funny. All right, go ahead.
Alabama -12.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but just a play on the spot, play on the matchup. Like I said, Oklahoma first game on the road. Alabama, they're a team at home that could put up points on anybody. They could put up points in a hurry. We picked them a couple videos ago against South Dakota State. They covered. I just think the pace they play at, the amount of possessions that they get, -12 is not as big of a number as you would usually get on another team. So,
Bro, one
and
thing I want
Oklahoma,
to say too, Oklahoma, they depend on their freshman guard way too much.
exactly. I was just about to make that point. Oklahoma, a team that is mainly like they have a lot of young players, inexperienced players. That's most of where their production comes from. Playing in a tough crowd like Alabama, first road game. I just don't see them keeping up with the pace. I think this game, honestly, I think Alabama wins by 20 points. I think Oklahoma's overrated. They've played a lot of decent. They've had some decent wins, but it's not like they've been blowing teams out or beating teams. They're barely scraping by a lot of these games.
Yo, this is insane, bro. I can't believe they're fucking -12 right now, dude. This just tells you that this is the fucking game that Alabama whoops the shit out of Oklahoma, bro.
Yeah, no, and then to make a point on that, Alabama beat Illinois by double digits, and that was a neutral site game. Like this Alabama team is very underrated. I think they're better this year than they were last year, and they went to the Final Four last year. I think this year they're more equipped on defense. They play a lot better defense. I think they're a better rebounding team this year. Maybe their threes aren't hitting as much as they were last year, but they're going to start hitting. They still have really good 3-point shooters on their team. And I think, like I said, man, I think they blow them out. So give me Alabama.
They lost to Oregon and who else? Oh, and UConn.
Uh,
Oh, actually, no, it was last year. Who the fuck did they
Oregon,
lose to? Oregon and
and I know they had a bad loss. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, Purdue.
Purdue. Oh no, that's not a bad loss. That was at Purdue too, bro. So
Yeah. Beginning of the season though. So
I took
whatever.
Purdue that game. I remember.
But then they look at their wins, bro. Their wins are fucking nice.
They beat
They're battle
Houston,
tested,
neutral
bro.
site. They beat Illinois.
Mm.
I mean, this team is tough, bro. But
Alrighty.
all right, next pick we got some football. Steven, now it's on
Got the
you, baby.
Ravens versus the Browns. That line just keeps going up, minus 20.5 now. That shit's changing by the second. And in my opinion, I wouldn't take anybody here just because minus 20 is just insane. Like,
Yeah,
that's too much, man. And
hard
then,
pass for me,
and
bro.
if the craziest part is that it could happen, I could see a 28-3 win here, and they'll still cover that, which is crazy because the Browns' offense is horrible. So I wouldn't even take this. But then they
I,
can score a touchdown, a back cover, and then that covers the fuck. Like this shit's crazy. So I
I would
wouldn't
take
take
the
any.
Ravens. If I had to put a play on it, I'm gonna take the team that has still something to play for, bro. The Browns, their season's done.
Are they even playing for anything though?
Yeah,
Division.
the division pretty much. They're 11-5, and the Steelers are 10-6.
Okay,
So if
yeah,
the
that's why.
Ravens lose and the Steelers win, the Steelers take the division.
Yeah, so yeah, that even yeah, you had to take something, take the Ravens, bro. But yeah, 20.5 is way too much to lay on,
Who are
bro.
the Browns even
Yeah, it's better
starting? Who are
not to
they
bet
bench?
that game.
Who are they even start? They're starting Bailey Zappi. Bro, what the fuck? This game, I'm not
Well,
gonna even watch this shit, bro. There's too many good college games to even throw this game on. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. This is a hard pass
yeah, I'm
for
not
me.
watching this, bro.
I got nothing on
I
this.
like the next game a lot more.
Yeah.
We all
All
agree on
right,
the next game.
here we go. Bengals versus Steelers. At Steelers plus 2.5. I will be taking the Steelers plus 2.5, and I might take them on the money line, but we'll see. But I'm giving you guys a 2.5. Steelers always beat the Bengals, and then the Steelers do have something to play for. So it's not just the Bengals playing for a playoff spot. The Steelers, if they win, they stay where they're at in the fifth seed, I believe, and they'll play the Houston Texans
Yeah,
in the playoffs in the first round. Which they'll probably, if they lose, they'll probably play the Bills in the first round. Or yeah, the Bills, right? It'll be the Bills,
yeah,
Yeah,
the Bills.
or would it be the Ravens?
one of those two. Which either way,
One of
I
those
definitely
two.
rather
Either
play
way, you don't want to
Texans.
see none of them in the first round. You rather see the Texans in the first round.
Yeah.
So they are playing for something here. So I will be taking the Steelers plus 2.5, and they just own the fucking Bengals, bro. And
Yeah,
you're
I just
getting
think matchup wise too, bro. They match up well against them. Elite defense, and then they're gonna put up points on a weak Bengals defense as well. So
yeah,
Nah, to
better
piggyback
coach.
On what Steven said, I just feel like the Steelers always give Joe Burrow issues, bro. Even if he has a good like a lot of yards or a touchdown, he'll throw a pick, he'll get a fumble. Like there'll be a couple plays where the Steelers will make him like nervous and he'll cough it up, bro. So
Yeah,
happened last game. I mean, Joe Burrow didn't play terrible, but I think he threw like two picks and he had a fumble or some shit. So
yeah.
give me the
So
Steelers, bro.
I
And then
like
the
this game a lot, bro.
Bengals
And they're at
defense.
home.
Bengals defense sucks. They're coming off of a big ass emotional win against the Broncos. Like a win like that could take a lot out of you, bro. Then you have to travel to Pittsburgh after that. So
This is a classic fucking letdown, dude. Like everybody's on the Bengals. Oh,
everybody's on the
here
Bengals.
they go, bro. They're about to make the playoffs. They just need two teams
Well,
to lose.
well, that's the thing. The Broncos. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Broncos play tomorrow. So yeah,
Yeah.
I still like the Steelers.
No, yeah. So then they're like, oh, like, and then the classic Steelers just here to ruin their fucking season and call it a day, bro. And that's it, bro. That's all there is to it, bro. The Steelers are just gonna ruin. I love this pick, bro. I truly do.
yeah, yeah, me too. Want to give our
Alrighty.
picks of the day?
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, my pick of the day. I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna mix it up. Now I know I said Mississippi State earlier, but I'm gonna make it interesting. I'm gonna go North Carolina, bro. I'm going North Carolina -4. I think there's a good buy low spot on them. I think they get a nice bounce back win. So I'm gonna go North Carolina.
North Carolina versus who again? Oh yeah, yeah. That's the -4, right? Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Go ahead, Brandon.
My pick of the day, I'm gonna go with the Warriors at home. I think when they're at home, they have the Grizzlies number, bro. I'm very confident in that game. Grizzlies are coming off a back to back. They're very banged up, And on the road, I think it's just too tough of an atmosphere. And plus, like I get it. Warriors coming off a win, Grizzlies coming off a loss. People are looking at a bounce back for the Grizzlies, but these teams don't like each other, bro. And the Warriors, they're gonna be up for this game. They fucking hate the Grizzlies and vice versa. The Grizzlies hate the Warriors. And after getting smacked like that, I just have a gut feeling they're gonna come in and they're gonna beat the Grizzlies up, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Curry goes off.
That's the thing too. The Grizzlies, they're not a good defensive team. They put up a lot of points, but their defense is ass this year, bro. And I think on the road against the Warriors, you gotta defend, bro. I like the Warriors.
All right. I'm going with the Steelers plus 2.5. I love this pick. This is my type of shit right here, dude. So don't like that basketball pick yesterday was horrible. Don't fucking take me on basketball. Don't do that shit. But NFL, college football, bro, I love this shit, and I like Steelers plus 2.5 here. Let's get it going.
Let's fucking
Cannot
do
wait
it.
for that, bro.
We're bouncing back today, dog. We're bouncing back. We had a tough day yesterday, but we got this shit, bro. You know what I mean? And love you guys. Gamble responsibly, bro. Single bets, don't do parlays. I know it's enticing to make all that fucking money, but we're in it to make money for the long term. Build your account up little by little. I know it's hard. You want to make a quick amount of money and a big amount of money in a quick time, but it's unrealistic, guys. So single bets, you always win, especially listening to the odd podcast. But anyways,
All
love
right.
you guys. Let's have a great day, dog. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Go.
All right, y'all boys.